So today is September 8th, 2022, and Queen Elizabeth has died. The Queen of England. 96 years old. She's certainly been a figure my whole life. She's also been a figure in my parents' whole life. In fact, virtually anyone alive at this point, she's been a figure for your whole life. Americans or people from other countries outside of Canada might not know this, but the Queen Elizabeth is actually the head of state of Canada. At least she was until earlier today. Now she will be passed by, I guess, one of her sons. Prince Charles, I guess, is the new king. It's really surreal to even think that England now has a king. It'll take time for all this to make sense to me and to you and to everyone, I suppose. But a historic day for England. One of those days you just will always remember. I remember when I was working when I was in a truck. I was in a work truck. When I was young, I worked as a landscaper in the summertime, and I was working for this landscaping company, and I was sitting in this old work truck with two other coworkers when the Power 97 radio station in Winnipeg, between tracks, announced that Michael Jackson had died. That was one of those moments where we were all just like, whoa. We were all just stunned. Like, that is someone who is larger than life, who is no longer with us. And Queen Elizabeth is certainly one of those people. So this is a 5-cent coin in Canada. And you can see on the back, that's Queen Elizabeth. Now, when I was a kid, all the coins looked like this, but somewhere, maybe around the year 2000, maybe the early 2000s, they switched to a different face. Because the Queen was getting older, and she no longer looked like she did on that first coin. But that's it. It says, man, it's been a while since I've actually looked closely at this. It says Elizabeth II, DG, Regina. What's that? I mean, that's a Canadian city. Does that mean that this was printed in Regina? Yeah. Again, it's been a while since I've looked closely at a coin. I suppose we don't use coins that much anymore. But there was a time that we did use them for literally everything. And there was a time that kings and queens meant literally everything to not just the United Kingdom, but to most countries in the world. And those times are passing. As I said, Queen Elizabeth is the head of state. That now, for people wondering what that means, that Justin Trudeau is our prime minister. In actuality, Trudeau and other politicians within Canada make the laws and make everything, but occasionally things have to be signed by the Queen to be written into law, because we've kept that connection with the monarchy, with the traditions from the United Kingdom that continue in Canada, in Australia, in a number of other countries. I believe there's about 14 of us. Though, of course, many other countries have cut their ties with the United Kingdom. And now that Queen Elizabeth has died, it will probably open up a new debate whether we should also cut our ties. Whether we should bother putting a king's face on the back of our coins, or whether we should cut that tie. That's a discussion for tomorrow, but today, I suppose, is just a day to remember. I don't know much about the Queen. I'm shocked, like everyone. But I know, like, to my mom, she's a very important person. It's like one of those people that, like, Almost feels like Santa Claus or something. Almost doesn't feel real, you know. It's just one of those faces that's always there. It's weird when people pass away. It's death is a very strange thing. Even when someone is 96 years old, and you feel like logically, well, you know, she's lived a life. She certainly has. I don't feel sad exactly. I just feel like it's a reminder, I suppose, how much the world has changed. And when we lose someone like Queen Elizabeth, or who is the Russian leader, Gorbachev, the guy who oversaw the end of the Soviet Union, he just passed away a few days ago, actually. It's like the last remnants of this time period. The last people who really lived through the 20th century's most important moments are passing away. And the leaders of the 21st century are the ones we're left with. And it's like the changing of an era. It's on an individual level for the Queen and those who knew her. It's a sad moment. It's the loss of a mother, of a grandmother, of a head of state. But for all of us, especially for the younger generation, like myself and other people even younger, it's like we're seeing the passing of the torch to a new way of existing, a time without kings and queens. She ruled for 70 years. 70 years. There will never be another one like her. Does your country have a king or queen? What's your relationship to kings or queens? What do you think about Queen Elizabeth? Let me know in the comments how you're reacting to this moment. Yeah, it's strange. I don't know how to feel. It's a strange moment. Strange moment.